Happy New Year, everybody! This is Slick Nick Gaming, and welcome to the 2026 New Year's Day Amiibo Tournament. This is the second annual New Year's Day Amiibo Tournament that I've done on this channel. I know I said we would have a brand new cast this time, but I decided at the last minute, to put people in the raffle that competed last year too, but not the champion. The champion would be sitting out this year. So here's how this is going to work. This is going to be a 16 fighter single elimination tournament. There are only 16 fighters this time around because I did not want to do a full-scale tournament like March Madness. So, here's how this is going to work. Single elimination, the rule set is exactly the same as March Madness. 3 stocks, items set to low, some stages turned off. But I can't really think of anything else to describe it. I guess I'll tell you more when we get there. But let's go ahead and introduce the competitors. We have 16 competitors this time, including 4 who are returning from last year's tournament. Let's go ahead and introduce them. First, we have the 8-Bit Mario. He'll be taking on Lucario. Then we have Wendy, the Koopaling, taking on Rosalina and Luma. Then we have Little Mac taking on the Smash Series Bowser, the reigning champion of Amiibo March Madness. You can't see it, but we have Larry down there, another Koopaling, going against Dr. Mario. And now into the second half, we have Jigglypuff taking on Ness. The Wedding Bowser, a new competitor, taking on Pac-Man. Well, he's not exactly new. He's been in a couple tournaments. But never any, 1v1s like we're doing this time. Then we have Pikachu and Kirby, who's got a new nickname. And then we have Silver Mario and Wolf. All right, let's go ahead and get everybody scanned in, and I will show you the bracket. All right, here we go. So this is the bracket. They will be fighting in the order that I just showed you down on the floor. Also, I'm pretty excited right now, not just for this tournament. I always get excited for Amiibo tournaments. But, as of when this is being recorded on the 28th of December, I just got news that the Patriots have clinched the AFC East. Let's go! Alright. Personal notes aside, let's go ahead and move on. To the first match, we have 8-Bit Mario taking on Lucario. We got the OG Mario versus Energizer. So neither one of these guys have won a tournament before. In fact, I don't think either of them have been very successful in tournaments. The only reason why these 16 fighters are in is because I selected them randomly. Like, they were randomly selected off of a wheel. Nobody got any automatic buys or anything. It was just random selection. And Lucario gets the first final smash of this match. And the first final smash of the tournament. So as I said before, this is going to be single elimination. And we're also covering the entire tournament in one video. Which means it's probably going to be just about an hour long. Maybe a little longer than that. Oh man, 8-Bit Mario's already down to his last stock. So did you guys enjoy your Christmas? I really enjoyed mine. I spent almost the entire day playing Kirby Air Riders. After spending a lot of time with family, of course. But I spent the entire second half of the day playing Kirby Air Riders because I finally got that game for Christmas, and I think it's safe to say that I'm obsessed with it because after just 3 days, I've already logged in, I think, almost 15 hours. I don't know. I'll have to check after this recording's done. I can't just pause in the middle of the tournament and check. But I could grab my other Switch. I'm recording this with my Switch too. I actually, I gotta say, 2025 has been an extremely busy year. One of the busiest years, I think, in the history of this channel. Because, I graduated from boarding school in June. And after that, my creative juices really just started flowing. Now that I had a lot more time on my hands, I was able to explore new things. Like getting more involved with the community and getting my friends involved more. And trying to get my girlfriend involved, but she doesn't really want to though. So, and I'm not gonna, you know, try to force it on her because, I mean, if someone's really that uncomfortable to appear, then they don't have to. I'm not gonna pressure them. I mean, I just ask my partner, like once in a while, I say, hey, do you want to appear in the video with me, or do you want to appear on a stream with me? She's always like, she always says no. Which is fine. That's completely fine. I love you, babe, if you're watching. And Lucario finishes it off because he got kind of angry because I was kind of gushing over my... Oh my god. Lucario didn't want to hear any gushiness anymore, so he just said, that's it. So anyways, Lucario will be the first one moving on to the second round. And that match was over 5 minutes long. Next up, we have Wendy versus Rosalina and Luma. I gave them the nickname Rosie. I also, speaking of Amiibo, not only did I get Kirby Air Riders, I also got both of the Amiibo that came with the game. And I also got WarioWare Gold, and I got 3 WarioWare games, because that's another thing that's happened. Back in the fall, I got really obsessed with WarioWare, and I wanted to have all the games. So I got WarioWare Gold for the 3DS. I got WarioWare Smooth Moves for the Wii. And I also got WarioWare Mega Party Games for the GameCube, which is a game I've actually been wanting for over 10 years. Ever since I started collecting GameCube games, I've been wanting that one for almost 10 years now. And I finally got it, so I'm really happy about that. But it's not just... Christmas is not just about... Christmas is all about giving, the spirit of giving. And I'm really happy with things that I gave to my family and my friends. I got my girlfriend a Starbucks cup. My girlfriend, Lauren. Oh man, Rosalina gets the first kill here. Sorry, I'm just not really prepared for this. I really should get more into it. I've been playing so much Kirby Air Riders that I'm not really used to playing other games. Alright, so Rosalina has got the lead so far. She's had her fair share of success in these tournaments. She won the Crazy Eights tournament we had. I think that was back in September. No, it was in August. In August, we had the Crazy Eights tournament. And Rosalina won that. But she's made it to the Sweet 16 in my Amiibo March Madness tournaments. I know I've been raving a lot about the... Oh, Wendy, down to her last stock now. She got stuck on the bridge. Didn't even bother jumping back. So anyway, you may have heard me, like, raving about Amiibo March Madness. That's that is easily my biggest Amiibo tournaments that I do on this channel. And it's definitely a highlight every year. I love doing those big Amiibo tournaments. And I'm also really looking forward to doing Amiibo tournaments on Kirby Air Riders. That's another thing you're going to see a lot this year. I've already got one of those recorded, and it's going to be going up next week. It's going to be going up at some point this month. Yep, speaking of Kirby Air Riders, that's what my friend is playing right now. I actually met a couple people while I was playing Kirby Air Riders. They seem like nice people. Rosalina, she keeps winding up, but nothing happens. Nothing's happening. This match has gone on for 6 minutes. Is somebody gonna win here or not? Are we gonna see a win? Rosalina is still a full stock ahead of Wendy. There's 2 Dragoon pieces on the floor, which I actually learned recently is from Kirby Air Ride. There is a reason why they call Kirby the son of Sakurai. Rosalina, uh-oh. Nope, she still gets it. I thought she was going to choke it away for a minute. Speaking of choke jobs, our next competitor, one of our next competitors actually won due to a massive choke job by his opponent. Thank you for playing, Wendy. Congratulations, Rosalina and Luma, for moving on. They will be taking on Lucario in the next round. My god, we've only done 2 matches and it's already been 12 minutes. Next up, we have Little Mac taking on Bowser. Fleetwood versus King Koopa. Oh man, looks like it's a very close game for the Celtics. At least heading into the new year, things are definitely looking brighter because the days are supposed to get longer. My ear hurts really bad. I certainly hope I'm not getting an ear infection. That's so weird, because usually when I have ear infections, it almost never causes weakness in any other parts of my body. It's usually just my ear. And usually I only get ear infections in summer because I go swimming a lot. They call that swimmer's ear. But I guess maybe I just slept on it weird because I sleep with my headphones on. I usually sleep with my headset on. So I can listen to music or whatever. And also because I don't like the noises of nature outside at night. They scare me. Little Mac is, Little Mac, it looks like he's in a bit of trouble here. Bowser lands a big hit. Now he's got... Bowser, I think, has bunny ears. At least he did a little bit ago. There's Dragoon parts on the ground. I was thinking maybe next year we could try doing a triples tournament. We haven't done a triples tournament in almost 3 years. The last time I did a triples tournament was in October of 2022. That was the last time I did a triples tournament. And back in those days, I was recording in my dorm room. I actually, back in my first year of school, I used to be able to record in my dorm room, but then things got kind of out of hand, and there were so many things disturbing me. In my second year, I got a room with very thin walls, so I could hear everything that was going on either side of me. There was a room next to me, and then there was the bathrooms to the left of me. So I could hear everything that was going on, and I'm assuming they could hear me. In fact, I know they could hear me, because I remember one night I was watching a Bruins game. This was back... Bowser takes the win almost single-handedly. Wow, that was a quick one. But that one lasted 4.5 minutes, and Bowser absolutely decimated Little Mac. Thank you for playing. Next up, we have Larry versus Dr. Mario. It's Larry taking on Doc. Anyways, I was saying, I knew they could hear me, because I remember I was watching a Bruins game. Does anybody remember when it was Game 7 in 2023? Pasta scored the series-winning goal in overtime to send the Bruins to the next round. I was watching the game that night. It was a Saturday night. And I remember when Pasternak scored that goal, I jumped out of my bed and screamed. And I danced. And I knew everybody could hear me because everybody had stories to tell the next day about the game and about me. I remember my roommate, Amir. Hi, Amir, if you're watching. Hi, Amir. He said that he thought the dorm was haunted when I did that. And I remember my dorm staff saying that he thought there were frat boys outside. Which doesn't make any sense because my dorm school, because my boarding school was gated, so nobody could get in without security getting involved. It was invitation only, unless for special occasions like graduation or a school play or athletic events, but mostly it was gated off. And you had to get special permission in order to visit. Anyways, that's kind of enough about me. Uh-oh! Larry? I thought for sure he was gonna die there, but he made it back. New Donk City Hall. That's part of the reason why... Never mind, I'm not going to get into it. There's the headpiece to the Dragoon right there. Oh, it's Pauline. Uh-oh. Dr. Mario gets blown up by the clown car, I think. Only for him to answer almost immediately. Dr. Mario gets stuck and he is eliminated. Larry will be moving on. And just like that, we are halfway done with the first round. It sure doesn't feel like it though, because every match has taken over 4 minutes. Alright, next up we have Jigglypuff taking on Ness. La La Land versus Earth Boy. Jigglypuff actually won the 2023 March Madness tournament, but Ness made it to the Final Four this year. Let's see what... actually, no, technically last year. Because it's 2026 now. The last Amiibo March Madness tournament was in 2025. There's going to be another tournament in 2026, and I've got big plans for that one. I've got really big plans for the next March Madness tournament. Just you wait and see. I don't know if I should go over them now or not, because it's not definite whether it's happening or not. But I do have some exciting plans. Oh, Ness! Juggles Jigglypuff while she's in the air and blows her up. Ness has got a lot of damage. Jigglypuff. Ness uses the rope. Or not the rope, the yo-yo. Uh-oh. Final Smash does not kill, but they have both lasted stuck when I wasn't looking. That could have tied the game if Jigglypuff had just played her cards right. Party Ball. What's inside? Looks like a Pokeball and a Launch Star. Oh man, with the Launch Star, it could be over fast. As soon as I say it. As soon as I say that, the match ends within like 5 seconds of it going up. And finally we have a match that's under 4 minutes, and Ness came out on top. Sorry, Jigglypuff, it's time for you to go. Thank you for playing. Oh my god. Next up, we have the Wedding Bowser taking on Pac-Man. Bowman versus Cherry Bomb. In case you're wondering, Wedding Bowser is named after Bowser from Sha-Na-Na. Not the character Bowser, but not the you know what I mean. Just I named him Bowman because those characters both have the same name. However, Nintendo has not confirmed or denied that Sha-Na-Na was an influence. Or if it was just a total coincidence. But I'm almost certain that they came up with the name because of the character from Sha-Na-Na. In fact, my dad told me that that was what he first thought of when we first got Mario Kart Wii. Then again, he also thought Waluigi was Dick Dastardly, so he thought Waluigi was Dick Dastardly from the Wacky Racers, which, in case you didn't know, is a very popular cartoon from the 70s by Hanna-Barbera. Wedding Bowser has already lost his stock. Because both Bowsers are on opposite sides of the bracket, we could have a Bowser-Bowser championship. But the odds of that happening are extremely low, so don't count on it. Looks like Cherry Bomb has lost his stock now. Pac-Man. I really should have taken a little break before I started this. I actually have been... I've been out most of the day visiting family. And once again, the Final Smash does not kill. Bowser! Oh my god. Grabs onto the ledge. He just barely makes it back. Pac-Man? Oh my god. I'm tired. And I have to do my med planner after this too. Pac-Man down to his last stock.
Out of my way.
But yeah, I got a lot of big plans for 2026. Wedding Bowser down to his last stock. Next stock will win the game. But Pac-Man does, well, he did have an assist trophy. Now it's gone. But it did a lot of damage to Wedding Bowser. And Pac-Man might just retake control of this match. I really have to stop opening my mouth and keep... I really have to stop jinxing these guys. Smash Ball. This could decide the match. This could decide the game, depending on who gets it. Pac-Man gets it. Uh-oh. Wedding Bowser is eliminated. We will not be seeing a Bowser Championship. But the other Bowser's still in, though. Pac-Man wins, and he moves on. Thank you, Wedding Bowser, for playing. Next up, we have probably the match, or one of the matches I was looking forward to the most. We have Pikachu versus Kirby. We have Bolt versus the newly renamed Kerbluey. For a long time, his nickname was Marshmallow, but I decided to change it to Kerbluey. Hi, Twyking. Yes, I am really good friends with the Twyking. In fact, he's probably the... No. No, he is definitely the reason why I started making Sluggers videos. And about 7 years ago, I had the great pleasure of meeting him at one of his streams, and we've been pretty good friends ever since. He's actually appeared in some of my videos. Some of you may know the Twyking because of his Sluggers content that he makes on his channel, that he's made on his channel for over a decade. But he's also done plenty of other cool stuff. He does playthroughs, and he plays a lot of Mario Party. He's played through Kirby games, Pokemon games, Zelda games. He's done a lot of stuff. A lot of cool stuff. You should definitely check him out. Kirby gets the final smash. Oh my god. Pikachu holds on. But he took a lot of damage from that. Who's that? Oh, that's my uncle. That's my aunt. I forgot I have so many Miis on this system. That's actually the theme from the first it's actually the theme from the first Tomodachi Life game that only came out in Japan. There's going to be a new Tomodachi Life coming out in April, which I'm really looking forward to. Tomodachi Life was one of my favorite games when I was in elementary school, in middle school. Absolutely loved that game. And still do. I still really enjoy that game. And I know a lot of other people do, too. People have been begging for a sequel for Tomodachi Life for years. And it's finally going to be happening. And when I learned about it, I jumped out of my seat. I was in the cafeteria having lunch with my friends, and I jumped out of my seat. I was like, Tomodachi Life 3! Anyways, Pikachu is down to his last stock now. Uh-oh, fake ball! I'm surprised that didn't kill him. Kirby with the final smash, and that's gonna do it. Kirby 3-stocks Pikachu. And he'll be moving on. Alright, congratulations. And Pikachu falls victim to the first 3-stock of this tournament. Thank you for playing, and congratulations, Kirby, for moving on. I can imagine Kirby's in a really good mood because he has a new big game that just came out, Kirby Air Riders. Next up, we have Silver Mario taking on Wolf. Heavy Metal versus the Mad Dog. Wolf was the last fighter to qualify for this tournament, and Silver Mario was the second to last. So they both just barely got in. Man, you can tell you're obsessed with the game because when you get the game and you play it, you don't want to play anything else. That's how you can tell you're addicted to it. That's how you can tell you're addicted to a game, is when it doesn't feel right to play anything else. When all you really want to play is Kirby Air Riders. Or not just Kirby Air Riders, but any game. That's how you know you're addicted. And that's also how you can tell a game is really, really good. Pretty close match so far. Wolf has got the Tanuki Leaf, but he drops it. He was just gliding around the stage. And Silver Mario has already lost a stock. And Wolf is down to his second stock. He's just got closer again. This is also the last match of the first round. Which I know it's kind of been going on for a while, but that's just how it is. Sometimes. I just realized Mario still has a lot of the same clips that he had back during the days of Brawl. Like that one. Gets a final smash, but gets barely any damage on him. Because this stage is so wide, that's why. Because it's such a long stage. I'm getting tired. Even though it's 8:30, I've been traveling around pretty much the whole day. Silver Mario down to his last stock now. shit. I just dropped the controller. Yeah, I definitely should have taken a little break. Oh, here comes the wolf pack. This could be the end of the match. And that's the game. Wolf finishes him off with his wolf pack. And Mad Dog will be the last one to move on to the second round. So now it looks like all the Marios are out. 8-Bit Mario, Dr. Mario, and Silver Mario are all out. Thank you all for playing. And congratulations to our 8 fighters who will be moving on to the next round. Let's go ahead and do it. On to the second round we go.
Round 2.
I'm going to be putting timestamps in the description to tell you guys when each round starts. Alright, now on to the second round. There will only be 4 battles in this round. Next up we have the first battle of round 2. It's going to be between Lucario and Rosalina and Luma. Energizer versus Rosie. Oh, they're fighting on the gamer stage. Speaking of WarioWare. Also, I have no idea I have absolutely no clue whose idea it was to bring back the Virtual Boy. I mean, why? It's so stupid when they could just be bringing back more GameCube games. But instead they bring back the fucking Virtual Boy. I never understood it. Also, this mode was so much fun in WarioWare Gold. But it's also scary as hell. In case you don't know what I'm referring to, there's a mode in WarioWare Gold called Sneaky Gamer, which is basically where 9-Volt stays up late playing games, sneaking around so his mom doesn't see. He's sneaking around playing games late at night when he's supposed to be sleeping. And honestly, not just me, but a lot of young people can understand what 9-Volt has to go through. I mean, I certainly did. I was one of those kids who played video games after bedtime. I mean, not very often, but at least once a week I would do that. Like, I would play games and I wasn't supposed to. And it got more frequent as I got older. I got my first DS when I was 6 years old. And I remember my parents always took it to their room at bedtime. Or they would put it somewhere that I couldn't reach it. They wouldn't let me use it after a certain time of day. Lucario down to his last stock. Will Rosalina be the first one moving on to the semis? Super Scope. Uh-oh. Busted. Rosalina loses her first stock. Lucario down to his last stock. And he's tiny. Will Rosalina take advantage? She lands a big hit on him. So, in case you missed it, oh man! Lucario gets busted, and that is the end of the game. Rosalina moves on. Next up, we have... Oh, this is going to be an interesting one. We got Bowser taking on one of the Koopa kids, Larry. And of course, Bowser's nickname is King Koopa. Whoever wins this will be taking on Rosalina in the semifinals. Larry is only one of 2 Koopalings that made it into this tournament. Wendy was here too, but she got eliminated in the first round. I've been looking forward to this tournament for a while. You know, I could go on and on about how much I love my girlfriend. There's so many things about her that I just love so much. But I try not to brag too much about my personal life here on this channel, because I've learned about the importance of being humble and how there's people out there who deserve more attention. A lot more attention than me. I mean, I get enough attention, but it should never be about me. It's always been about you guys, the viewers, the community. Bowser loses his first stock. I get the feeling we've got another long one on our hands. There's no pits to fall down. Not Lucario. Larry is the youngest of all the Koopalings. He, along with his 6 brothers and 1 sister... Actually, no, 5 brothers and 1 sister... made their first appearance in Super Mario Bros. 3 back in 1989. And Bowser made his first appearance in 1985. Even though Nintendo has said that Bowser was born in 89. Yeah, because that totally makes sense. He was born after his first appearance. Just like Bowser Jr., apparently. Also, I love how they made Bowser and Bowser Jr. How they put Bowser and Bowser Jr. in the parental controls videos. That was really cool. Just awesome. Bowser gets thrown off the stage, and now he's down to his last stock. Will he get beaten by a kindergartner? Or one of his illegitimate children? Bowser reportedly has a lot of illegitimate children. He's got at least 3 families going on canonically, because he has Bowser Jr., and then he has the Koopalings, which he's not even the real father of, by the way. He just adopted them, I guess. Larry's down to his last stock. And then in the Mario Party games, the Koopa kids are his kids. So yeah. And the Koopa kids appeared after Bowser Jr. first appeared in Super Mario Sunshine, because the Koopa kids came back in all the GameCube Mario Party games. And they were called Baby Bowser, and they were also called Koopa Kids. So yeah. Bowser's lore is definitely a very confusing one. And, oh no, that's not enough to kill! Bowser loses in the second round! What an upset! Larry takes down his father, whatever, to move on to the semifinals. We still don't know if they're actually related or not. But that's a story for another time. Next up, we have Ness and Pac-Man, Earth Boy versus Cherry Bomb. Sorry for kind of going off on a tangent there, but that was... I've had an issue with that for years now, and I certainly know I'm not alone in that. What the... Okay, this is why I don't like this stage. This is why I should have turned this one off. Because they always get stuck in those gaps. Right away, Ness self-destructs. A very pivotal self-destruct. kidding me? All 3 of Ness's KOs were from falling down the gap. Are you kidding me? That match was only a minute and a half long. Pac-Man moves on. At least 2 out of Ness's 3 deaths were from falling down the gap, from falling down the chasm. Alright, so next match we have Kirby taking on Wolf. Kerbluey versus Mad Dog. This is the last match of round 2. My god, I cannot believe that. That was so stupid. Also, on WarioWare Gold, I have almost every micro game unlocked already. I'm just missing one of Frank's minigames. But other than that, I have every single one. You know what's really weird? I thought the Animal Crossing micro game was in that, but it actually debuted in Wolf Gets Stuck. That's so weird. I thought I turned this stage off. I guess not. Because it was a moving stage. I thought I turned this one off, but oh well. I guess because it doesn't move that much compared to other moving stages, it barely... I mean, it moves a little bit. And also there's that thing where when you collect 100 coins, you turn into gold. This was based on the game New Super Mario Bros. 2 for the 3DS. Wolf self-destructs again? What is this crap? Oh, he almost fell again. Uh-oh. I got nothing to say to that. What is this bullshit? The Amiibo, 2 matches in a row where one player just, like, completely threw it away. What is this? And almost the exact same time, too. They were off by 1 second. Alright, on to the semis. Man, this new year is starting off definitely in a really bizarre way. Alright, next up we have Rosalina taking on Larry in the first semifinal match. And Rosalina's nickname is Rosie. Rosie is actually coming off a tournament victory back in August, the Crazy Eights tournament. And she also competed in the Fatal 4-Way that we did in December. Usually I try to do an Amiibo event between rounds on Sluggers. But this is an occasion. This is New Year's Day, so I always do an Amiibo tournament on New Year's Day. The first year I did it was 2024, but that one wasn't recorded. I decided to do it again in 2025. And now here we are in 2026 for the second annual New Year's Day Amiibo tournament. But the real big Smash Bros. Tournament I do every year is Amiibo March Madness, which is based on the NCAA college basketball tournaments every year in March and April. Except this one is my entire Amiibo collection, which, by the way, currently has 69 Amiibo. I'm looking to get a 70th Amiibo so I don't have such a cursed number. I actually just got a new Amiibo for Christmas. Uh-oh, Rosalina! Larry is able to get the stage kill there. Oh my god, this could be a very hectic match. But anyways, as I was saying, we have had two losses on our roster. I decided to get rid of Ghost Falcon just because, I don't know, I didn't want him anymore. And also, because I also decided to send Charizard back down to the minors. Just because I didn't really like the way he was being used in Smash Ultimate. So I sent him back down to the minors on Smash 4. And I also got rid of Ghost Falcon because I didn't feel like he fit well in our roster. Larry? Oh my god. Uh-oh, Rosalina again with a stage death. This time it wasn't Larry's fault, though. Rosalina got under the stage. Yeah, this is kind of a bad stage. Not just kind of, but it is a pretty bad stage. This was from Brawl, Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Rosalina and Luma are down to their last stocks. I definitely did not expect Larry to make it all this way. Larry is actually named after Larry King, the famous journalist. Uh-oh, Rosalina with the smash ball. She gets the final smash, but no damage done. Larry actually died to something else. But yeah, Larry was named after the famous journalist Larry King. And the famous CNN anchor. But for a long time, I thought he was named after Larry Taylor, the bassist for Canned Heat. Or after Larry Mullen Jr., the drummer for U2. But I found out a few years ago that he was actually named after Larry King. Yeah, every one of the 7 Koopalings are named after famous people in media. Mostly music. And Iggy Pop is the only one that's still alive. Rosalina falls, and Larry moves on to the finals. Unbelievable. All of the last 3 matches have ended in falls or self-destructs. That is just insane. At least this one was a lot closer, though. 447, and Larry moves on to the championship. Thank you, Rosalina, for playing. Also, by the time this is going up, I will have hosted my first ever New Year's Eve live stream. And I'm guessing I probably played a lot of Kirby Air Riders at that stream. Anyways, next up, we have the second match of the semifinals, the other semifinal match, to determine who will be taking on Larry in the championship game. It's going to be Pac-Man versus Kirby. Cherry Bomb versus Kerblooey. One of these 2 fighters will be taking on Larry in the finals. Who is it going to be? I've never seen that assist before. I don't think I've seen that assist before. Maybe that was added in an update? That's what it seems like. Then again, I haven't played Smash in a while, so... I think the last time I played Smash... was before the Crazy Eights tournament, which was done back in December. Uh-oh, Pac-Man! Pac-Man falls again! Again, we have Amiibo just falling. That is so weird. Why does this keep happening? This is like the 4th match in a row that this has been happening. What a bizarre tournament to start off 2026. I think this is a pretty big sign for things to come. That this year is just going to be bizarre. Oh, not again! Oh! Pac-Man recovers, but he almost self-destructed again. He almost fell again. Pac-Man is down to his last stock. It's looking like it's going to be Kirby and Larry in the finals, but we don't know yet. There goes the drill. Kirby makes it back. I just realized Kirby has the home stage advantage because we're playing at, what is this stage? I think it's Woody Woods. No, not Woody Woods. That's a board in Mario Party 3. That reminds me, Mario Party Mondays is going to be wrapping up fairly soon. And then after that, we're going to be going back to Mario Kart Mondays on to simpler things. Hi, Brandon. Kirby's in big trouble. So is Pac-Man. Kirby just jumps right through the... Oh, the hydrant! There's a smash ball and it goes away. Pac-Man. Down to his last legs here. This could be the end for him. Yup. He was just sent into a downward spiral that he could not recover from. My god, what a crazy tournament this has been. Oh my god. And also the fact that I'm kind of tired right now makes it even better. Alright, so for your championship in this tournament, tell me, please tell me you saw this coming. I certainly did not. We've got Larry taking on Kirby. We got Larry the Koopling taking on Kerbluey for the championship. Who will be starting off the new year as a champion?
3, 2, 1, go!
Looks like we're going to be duking it out on the Find Me stage. Okay. We started with 16 and now we're down to the final 2. We are down to 2. Whoa, Larry. Why did they like jumping into those gaps? I mean, seriously, I did not train them to do that. Well, then again, oh my god. Kirby spikes Larry down. Kirby with an impressive spike there. Larry's got the final smash. He could tie this game up. Yup. Alright, it is tied up at 2. It is currently 2-all. Oh my god, I thought he self-destructed there. Because I'm so used to that. This tournament has had a lot of self-destructs. This tournament has just been so bizarre. I love it. Oh my god, Larry's got an attack boost. They both have an attack boost. Kirby almost falls off the side. Uh-oh, Kirby! Larry. And now they're restricted to that tiny little platform on the right. There's also a cage over there with a Mii on it. I wouldn't be surprised if they try to float over to that and die. That wouldn't surprise me at all. Uh-oh, Kirby! Oh my god. Larry's got a lot of damage here. As soon as I say it, Kirby knocks him out. Larry is down to his last stock. Kirby is 1 KO away from being a champion. Uh-oh, Kirby, footstool! Oh my god. I thought Kirby won it with a footstool. That would have been the perfect ending to this tournament if Kirby won it with a footstool. But it looks like he might win it with a final smash here. Let's see. Nope. Larry. Oh, the platform comes back up just in time. And it's over! Kirby knocks Larry into the side of the stage, and Kirby has won his first championship. It's not a March Madness championship, but it's still a championship nonetheless. Kirby is your 2026 New Year's Day Amiibo Tournament champion. And he won probably the craziest tournament we've ever had, honestly. It's been recording for 1 hour and 15 minutes. This is definitely longer than the last tournament, I think. I think last year's tournament only went for like 45 minutes or something like that. Then again, I could be totally wrong. All right. Let's go ahead down to the floor as Kirby will be receiving the trophy. All right, guys. Here is your champion for the 2026 New Year's Day Amiibo tournament. Congratulations to Kirby. This is his very first tournament victory. This is the very first time he has ever won a tournament. He's come so close so many times. But this time he was finally able to climb to the top of the mountain. And Kirby absolutely deserved this tournament win. Thank you so much to everybody else who competed. You guys all fought great, and I'm sorry that you guys didn't make it to the top. But Kirby starts the new year off the right way by winning the championship for the 2026 New Year's Day Amiibo tournament. All right, so we'll see you guys soon for more videos. We will see you guys in the new year, 2026, for a lot of new stuff. Hope you're looking forward to it. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you for watching.